Today we continue our week of highlighting local veterans. Channel 3's Caitlin Chastain joins us in the studio.
Well, she introduces us to a veteran from Dalton who grew up with a family of service. Caitlin's service runs in his blood.
That's right, Latrice. For Richard Stevens, serving the country is a family tradition. So much service in the family, there's even a memorial to the Stevens family in their hometown in Kentucky. It's a tradition Stevens says started with his father.
Well, I see my father, you know, I see a makings of Dad.
That's what Richard Stevens sees when he reflects on his time in the United States Army. For him, the decision to serve was never a question, especially when he thinks about the family members that served before him.
They served in every branch you could name, you know.
On his 20th birthday, he volunteered.
I thought it was a good thing, you know, to do.
Sometimes it's hard for him to remember details, but when he sees the pictures and old artifacts spread across his table, the stories start flowing, like the calendar he used during the 3 tours he served.
Each day was important, and you marked off each day. I marked off. I was counting down to come home.
A knife that belonged to his grandfather that he used at camp.
I used that to cut down bamboo
and the men he worked with.
This is the crew.
Though he doesn't remember their names.
It's something you didn't do over there, was learn their first names, because they would be replaced. You know, they leave so soon.
Stevens was an operator, a job that earned him a Bronze Star during the Vietnam War. It's something he's proud of now. But when he left the war, he said being proud wasn't so easy.
They would say, you're a baby killer, you know.
It was that reaction that made life after war a battle in itself.
Very, very lonely, you know. It's very lonely.
Decades later, life as a veteran is still hard, but he found solace in his family, started talking with kids about his experiences, and one of the best moves he says he made as a veteran, calling Dalton, Georgia, his new home.
Down south, I find it so much better, you know, being a veteran.
Stevens talks with Boy Scouts and his grandson's class about the war. Now, he did not want to talk about this on camera, but he also had a son serve in the United States Navy. Sergeant Mike Stevens, this is him on your screen. Now, sadly, his son died about 6 months ago at just 41 years old. Stevens says he committed suicide as a result of his PTSD. He wants veterans to know they can get help, and for a list of places you can look into if you are suffering from PTSD, visit this story inside of our mobile app. Latrice.
All right.